Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing around it.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing around it.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing there drowning.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing there drowning.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them.
Going on with the show, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I had to take care of some stuff, man. Thank you guys for being patiently waiting on me, man. Who we got in the building? We got Stop Wasting Time. Stop Wasting Time. He just want to be seen. What's up, Keno? Adolfo? Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for coming through, man. I saw Birdman. There he is. I saw Birdman. K-Dub. I know you love Al Haymon. Batman. Josh. What's up, Benjamin? Mr. Harrington. I appreciate you guys coming through, man. And without further ado, the gentleman who's chilling watching college basketball right now. Good. Yeah. The gentleman is walking, making his grand walk to the grand piano. And without further ado, the gentleman, Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Lincoln, Curtis, Gerald, Hawthorne, you amaze me every night. Wow. Yo, that was impressive. That was impressive, man. You got fire emojis in the chat. You can leave the door open. I love you. Yeah, you got fire emojis, big homie. Fire emojis. You see the fire, Dylan, fire. Love you, dude. And man, wow, what a performance. Standing ovation in my Jeezy voice. All right, man. We gonna add this to the show, man, because thank you, Josh. I haven't been to boxing scene yet, so we're gonna go to boxing scene and see what the hell's going on in boxing today. Shakur Stevenson expects Tank to utilize smarter tactics against Ryan. Spence Thurman, you know, we talking about that tonight. Chris Eubanks, Liam Smith. When is that fight? Let's see when that's going on. Oh, shit, it's next Saturday, the 21st. I didn't even know. Okay, that's cool. Blair Cobbs is being Blair Cobbs. We got a big one this weekend. Our brother Johnny Rice is fighting this weekend, and we got East in Verona, New York. We got F.A. Ajaba fighting Shaw, which is going to be a compelling fight. You got a boxer versus F.A. Ajaba, and you got I'm pulling for my man Johnny Rice, man. I'm pulling for Johnny Rice, and I will be glued to the tube because I will be home all day watching the NFL football. So I won't be nowhere Saturday, but in front of my TV, and having a great time, like many of y'all, right? So it's a really good sports weekend. And Sunday I will be doing the same thing, sitting in front of my TV watching NFL football all goddamn day long. So I'm sitting there watching Kansas and Oklahoma right now. Oklahoma done gave up the lead. They were just up by 4, you know, but it is what it is, man. This Saturday in Verona, New York, the shop will be rooting for Johnny Rice. And as you guys know, the winner of the Fighter of the Year is Devin Haney. We will be sending him out the trophy and the $500 cash. I should start looking for trophies this weekend. Probably Friday, Saturday when I'm not doing the show. I'll do that, and I'll give you guys an update next week on how that's doing. And but we will give it to him by the end of February, and it'll be great. Well deserved. Went over to another country, went over to another network, created business for himself, created opportunity, and it is what it is, man. And at this present time, Top Rank is probably the most stable place to be because you're guaranteed to fight at least twice a year. You know what I mean? And in Devin's case, he fought the first week in June, because the first Saturday, the first thing I ever watched in his house was a Devin Haney fight. Keep it a buck. I moved in that Friday, and that Saturday night, I watched the Devin Haney fight against George Kambosos. That's literally the first thing I've ever watched here. And he won by unanimous decision. So that's where we're at with that. And so he definitely deserves Fighter of the Year. And you definitely can say Carissa Shields, and you definitely can say Dimitri Bivol, guaranteed. So I don't think you're wrong in either case. Devin literally went the furthest. So, but yeah, man, let's dive into what we're talking about, man. I just recall Errol Spence not ever wanting to fight Keith Thurman. Not in a million years. I mean, there's so many interviews and things that he said. And so in my right mind, and me being a man, Al Haymon put his manipulation sauce in this, man. And if Al Haymon is manipulating variables, we're never going to get the fights we want. What's up, Kane? There's no chance in hell we're going to get the fights we want when they're supposed to happen. Because if you look at this situation, he says April, right? Well, where is Devin and Tank gonna go? I mean, not Devin and Tank. Where is Tank and Ryan gonna go? Where are they gonna go? So you're gonna have 2 pay-per-views in April. You're gonna have 2 promotions coincide with one another. No, you're not gonna do that. So Fred, why are you bringing this up? Why are you bringing this up? Because they playing in our face, and the fans just allow it. They literally playing in our face. So you think they just had this idea yesterday, or have they been working for 3 or 4 weeks to make this Keith Thurman fight available? And in my opinion, I don't know how true this is, but they did their best to sweeten the pot for Errol so he can say yes. And I'm just not impressed with this move. Is it a good fight? It's a good fight. At 47, it's a good fight. At 47, it's a barn burner. At 54, I'm not really too excited about that. I would have liked Errol at 54 to go fight a Sebastian Fundora and get some credibility. You know, you can't fight it. It's similar to what Tank is doing. Tank is fighting smaller guys and bringing them up, with the exception of Mario Barrios, but he shrunk him down to 40. If I was Errol, I would have fought a true 154 guy to get credibility, to get a level of respect. And it's not a great look. It's going to be forgiven because Errol Spence has a great threshold on the fan base and the media, so it's not going to be a big deal. But when you were champion, dog, like when you were a champion and you've gotten to the position of being a champion, you want the respect of a champion. And how you get the respect is you defend those belts. You make those sacrifices. And it's just awful, man. The more and more I see this situation, the more and more I realize Al Haymon has literally fucked up the sport of boxing. I mean, he has literally he blew the money. He messed up the networks. I mean, he just did a doozy, man. And now he got Errol Spence not defending his belts because of inactivity, not camps. If Errol was fighting 2 or 3 times a year, he probably could have made 47. You know, it's all speculatory information at this point. And if Errol Spence fights in April, that means everybody's fighting once a year, because Canelo has May and September, right? That's a guarantee. So now you got to satisfy so many other fighters. You got to satisfy Gary Russell. You got to satisfy Leo Santa Cruz. You got to satisfy Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison, Erickson Lubin, Sebastian Fundora, Luis Ortiz, Chris Arreola wanted a date. J-Rock wanted a fight. Danny Garcia. Who else is at 147 on that list? Ugas should be coming back. It's so many dates that you got to satisfy. So many fighters you have to satisfy, and there's no place to put them. There's literally no place to put them. And if you look at the budgets for February, the 2 main events are equaling $1 million. Listen to what I'm saying. The 2 main events will total $1 million on Showtime Championship Boxing. O'Shaquie Foster is fighting, not Vargas. Is that his name? Ray Vargas. Yeah, Ray Vargas. And Matthias is fighting Ponce for $510,000. And then you got David Plant, Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Where are you going to put these guys? You got Jared Hurd. Where are you going to put these guys, man? There's nowhere to put them. Adrian Broner did the right thing Terrence Crawford did the right thing. I stand on it. There's no room for nobody. Because in order for these guys to get paid, it has to go on pay-per-view. This shit is all fucked up. Al Haymon is literally the worst manager in boxing. The worst manager in boxing. Because now, for 4 years in a row, all his fighters has averaged 1 fight a year. And the fans are going to suffer. And then you gotta find a date for Tank again, right? Because he fought in January, and he's the cash cow right now. So you got to bring him back. But they lied to us. So see, it's so much manipulation going on. It's too much manipulation going on. Ooh, this motherfucker broke his leg. Ooh. Ugh. But it was his ankle. And they manipulated us. They manipulated us. Ryan Garcia, Tank, and now they got Errol Spence in April. You think that just fell out the sky? These fighters gonna thank me in a few years. They hate me now. Oh, Fred, man, Al Haymon is this. Al Haymon in 2019 is not Al Haymon 2023. All right, we got to get this through our thick skulls. It's over. It's over. Boots is with Showtime. Who you think Al Haymon is today? He's not the same person he was in 2019. And the fans are going to suffer. The sport is going to suffer. And it's just a tragedy, man. It's just a tragedy that Errol Spence fights once a year and he's not defending his belts. I don't know if it's going to be a 10-round fight. How you going to sanction the fight? So Keith Thurman is going to fight Errol Spence in a 10-round fight. I know they're going to make it 12. But it's going to be a WBC special attraction. We got to see the big picture. And if I'm Errol Spence, I'm saying you got to see the big picture in this. Because fighting Keith Thurman at 154, people can come up with any type of excuse, Earl. So check this out. People can say, Earl was lazy. He don't want to make the weight. Earl don't want to lose his belts. And none of that may not or may be true. But you leave it open to conversation. Man. Yeah, the WBC would do for sure. The WBC will make something up. You know that. But it's I hope he sees it, man. But the fight is going on. Fred is just a YouTuber. I'm a hating YouTuber that told you that this is coming. None of these $1 million PBC fighters will be fighting in February. I'm going to do a video on this today. Maybe I'll do it now. Let's go through this shit now. Let's go. PBPREMIERA. Fred's a hater. Fred's a hater. Well, I'm going to be a hater. I'm going to be the hater. Hating ass Fred. Hating ass Fred. Fighters. Let's check the fighters. All right. We're going to go through this together. Well, we might as well have some fun tonight. I'll open up the phone lines in a second. These are all the fighters they got to satisfy that we know. Carlos Adame. Let me do this. Carlos Adame is supposed to be fighting Jamal Charlo. Devin Alexander. Jerwin Acasayas. Alfredo Ngugo was still there. Damn. Chris Arreola. He said he was coming back. Mario Barrios ain't fought since last February. The Rances Barthol, I don't know when they fighting again. David Benavidez ain't fought since spring. Jose Benavidez fought in July. Dominic Brazil, I think he's all but retired. Adrian Broner went over there. Marcus Brown is all but retired. Casamiro, he's a champion. When is he gonna fight again? These are all these fucking dates, man. Brian Castano, when is he gonna fight again? God damn. Jamal Charlo, when is he gonna fight again? Jamel got injured. When is he gonna fight again? Chris Colbert, he's a main event fighter. When is he gonna fight again? Cody Crawley is patiently waiting in Las Vegas, training every day in great shape. When is he gonna fight again? Shout out to Ness and them for doing that interview. Javante Davis, when is he gonna fight again? Karan Davis, journeyman tough fighter, got to get back. Justin LaRoche, Sergey Devinchenko, Anthony Durrell, when is he gonna fight again? Andre Durrell, when is he gonna fight again? Nonito Donaire, he's on PBC now. When is he gonna fight again? Austin Dulé got to get back on it. Thomas Delorme got to get back on it. Robert Easter, I don't know what he's on. Rashidi Ellis. I'm going to say something, and I need to do my research. But I think that I think Rashidi Ellis' opponent was on something. That motherfucker was strong. Chris Eubank is fighting next week. When is Brandon Figueroa fighting again? God, I forgot about him. Javier Fortuna. When is Stevie Fulton fighting again? When is Sebastian Fundora fighting again? Danny Garcia fighting again. Mikey Garcia is retired. Hector Garcia just fought. Terrell Goucher. He's an undercard fighter that will be on one of these fights. When is Tony Harrison fighting again? Helena's just fought in October. When is Jared Hurd fighting again? Daniel Jacobs is on the other side of the street. When is Jamal James fighting again? He ain't fought since last January. He got to make a comeback. Travis Kaufman's retired. James Kirkland. Adam Kornowski's retired. When is Laura fighting again? God damn. When is Angelo Leo fighting again? PBC and Mayweather Promotions done forgot about him. When is Sergio Lipinets going to fight again? When is Erickson Lubin going to fight again? God damn. Another main event fighter, Mark Masego. When is he fighting again? Wow. Abner Mares, forgotten long in the tooth. When is Charles Martin going to fight again? Frank Martin. I mean, it's just too many. Matthias is fighting. Damn. Vito just fought. David Morrell needs a date. He's a main event guy down there in Minnesota. Let's keep Luis Ortiz. Manny Pacquiao's gone. Pascal is gone. Whatever happened to Brian Peralta? Caleb Plant. Sean Porter is retired. Victor Posto may be retired. When is Darwin Price? He's undefeated, basically, man. He got a bad thing. Peter Quillen, he's all but retired. Eduardo Ramirez, don't know. Abel Ramos, he's a co-main event fighter on some. Regan Dial is fighting next Saturday. Rivera just fought. Daniel Roman, I believe he just retired. When is Roley fighting again? God damn, Rosario's all but retired. Andy Ruiz. When is Gary Antoine Russell? Gary Antonio Russell just lost. Gary Allen Russell Jr. When is he fighting? Frank Sanchez, Leo Santa Cruz, Earl Spence, Joey Spencer. Stankonia just got injured. Selecki, when Keith Thurman, Austin Trout, he's fighting. Caleb Truett retired. Tim Zhu, he got to find a date. Ugas got to find a date. Jose just lost. Jesse Vargas is retired. Ray Vargas is fighting. I don't know this guy. Rasheed Warren, I don't know if he's coming back. Gerald Washington's been training every day with Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder, when is he fighting? Julian Williams, God. So I said all of that to say, it's not enough dates, y'all. And we sitting here playing with it. Earl Spence is fighting once this year. There's not enough room for him to fight again. Wilder said he wants to fight 3 times. It can't happen on PBC. It's literally impossible. Literally goddamn impossible. And we just sit and just take it. And now we getting champions not defending their belts. This is all a game of Al Haymon charades, man. Listen, when you say, and I'm saying this to Errol Spence and his team directly, when you say you're not fighting a guy and then you're fighting him in a higher weight class for a non-title fight, it's not the best move. It's not a bad move. You're going to make millions of dollars. It's going to be a competitive fight. But there's something there. Like, it doesn't add that all in, like that all in feel, like all money in, like Nipsey Hussle. The fight doesn't have the respect that it deserves. It doesn't. And it's all Al Haymon. It's just tearing the fabric of the sport. Literally tearing the fabric of the sport up. It's going to be a competitive fight. I think Errol wins coming down the stretch. Keith Thurman looks good for 5 or 6 rounds. Errol Spence wins 6 on. Errol will be in better shape. Tony, he's going to run a little bit. I want to see how they're going to justify the 12 rounds, though. I really want to see how they're going to make this a 12 round. It has to be a 12-round fight because it's the main event. I want to see how it's going to get done. I really want to see how this is going to get done. And so sit back and enjoy it. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez can't happen till July now. Can you believe that shit? Caleb Plant, David Benavidez can't happen. When is the last time David Benavidez fought? Let me find out. I think it was early in the year. Boxing professional record. May 21st. May 21st. Damn. May 21st, y'all. It'll be another year before David Benavidez fights again. May 21st. And he fought David Lemieux. Beat the living breaks out of that, man. Damn. Do y'all see what the hell is going on? David Benavidez, approaching his prime, is fighting once a year. And then something I also want to say is Errol Spence and them may be moving towards Canelo. I don't think Terrence Crawford gonna get a fight. Terrence Crawford might as well empty the clip on his relationship with Al Haymon because it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Nah, not online. I do it on my stories every now and again. Maybe once a month. I do it on my stories. We got to do something. We got to do something. They got Skittles gummies now, y'all. Damn, they just, man. I don't know. I sit back and I analyze this shit mentally, and I'm like, who's gonna stand up to Al Haymon? How the fuck are you fighting once a year in your prime, and your contemporaries on other networks are fighting minimum twice a year? And you say, oh, it's not a big deal. You times that by 3 years in a row, that's 3 paychecks you didn't get. I'm about to go on this campaign. Wake up, PBC fighters, wake up. I'm about to go on a campaign. They're going to fight at junior middleweight. How can Errol go back down to 47? That's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. And here's another thing what PBC fighters got to understand. It was all good a week ago. I'll give Haymon credit. He was great before COVID. 2019, he was great in terms of, I mean, paying the fighters, I assume, right, from what I hear. But in terms of servicing the fans, it hasn't been great. But the fans don't understand, because you also got to understand the people that have YouTube channels are fans. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not going from a journalistic perspective in terms of what's the right play, what's the right move. You understand what I'm saying? So they're coming from, this is my favorite fighter and I must protect him. Whereas I am like, even if you are my favorite fighter, I got to tell you the truth. I don't know how this is going to play out, though. I don't know how it's going to play out in terms of what's next. So Errol is going to stay at 54. He should just move up and fight Sebastian Fundora. Kill his dreams. But they're not going to do that because they want Sebastian Fundora to get one of them vacant titles when Jamel Charlo. All this shit is predetermined. If these guys keep winning, all this shit is predetermined. Yeah. Errol Spence is more likely to fight Canelo than Terrence Crawford at this point. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Definitely. Why would he go back down to 47? There's no one on the PBC side to fight at 47. What's the point of going back down? There's only one fight to fight at 47, and that's Terrence Crawford. That's it. We ain't gonna get Wilder 3 times this year. That's a whole fucking flying fucking shit. How many times we gonna get Wilder this year? Once? And we just sit here, ha 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 ha. No, it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up, man. I want to see David Benavidez. Yeah, they put in an exemption for him, so he will remain the champion at 147. And he's going to go up to 54. But there's only one fight at 47 he can go back down to. There's only one fight. He's not going back down there to fight Jerron Ennis. It can only be Terrence Crawford. Y'all don't understand how this just offsets the whole sport of boxing. It makes all these fights impossible now. Al Haymon must get it's gonna be for that's how they gonna do it. They gonna make this shit a title eliminator. It's gonna be a WBC title eliminator. Watch. That's what they gonna do. But if Errol Spence move up to 154, then he already promised Errol Spence a title shot in his next fight. And that's the truth. Errol ain't fighting that one. Errol ain't moving up without a shot at a belt now. You can bet your bottom dollar on that shit. Errol gonna get a title shot. But it's not gonna be till 2024 now. There's nowhere to put him. I don't care about the ducking at this point. I'm not even debating that with nobody no more. How does Fred know that Errol Spence wasn't fighting until April? I can pull up a text right now. I won't show you who I sent it to, but I can pull up a text right now. And these are my words. Let's see if I can find it. Jordan. Man, it's been a long time. Yeah, Errol Spence not fighting to at least April. That was the play all along. That's what I told him. That's what I told somebody. I told them. But, you know, Fred is just a YouTuber. But I know what the hell is going on. And this is sad. Now we're going to say because Errol Spence got a fight date on pay-per-view. Oh, yeah, things are going great. Things are getting worse. But like I said, when you have YouTubers that are fans, they're not gonna lift the sheet up. You know what I mean? They're not gonna look behind the wall and see all the roaches. You will have to pay $80 to see any A-level fighter on PBC. It's the only way. It's the PBC way. Now it's really over. It's really over. If Earl is fighting in April, there's only 6 months in a year for fights. Canelo has May and September. I thank God for Lincoln. Lincoln got me back falling in love with basketball. I'm so happy because now I can sit at home and watch football. I got basketball to the end of June. Yeah, the Fire Stick. Y'all might as well just invest in the Fire Stick. You know what I mean? Invest in the Fire Stick. I think a $35, $40 pay-per-view is cool, but to pay $80, nah, man, $80 got to be. I would pay $80 for Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. I would pay $80 Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. I do want to see that, and I do want to see. I think that's a good fight. I think it's a great fight at 47 though. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. I think it's a great fight at 47. 54 Errol Spence advantages is just it's too much. Earl's competitive advantages at 54 is just too much for Keith Thurman. Too much to overcome. Errol Spence is a big dude. You know what I mean? He's strong. You know what I mean? He got paws, no homo, but got big legs. And, you know what I mean? Keith Thurman has no chance at 54. No chance. Zero chance. For real. None. Zero. Nada. It'll be like Mikey Garcia. It's going to be like Mikey Garcia. I'm being honest. Earl going to get hit a little bit, and it's going to be competitive for a couple of rounds. Yeah. Because that's boxing. But round 7, Errol Spence going to break this motherfucker down so bad. It's not a fair fight. It's not a fair fight. But yeah, 47, I think it's a hell of a competitive fight because the sacrifices Earl got to make to be great in that fight makes it way more competitive for Keith Thurman. So, but I will support it. Earl supports the platform with, you know, so I will, and I will buy his merchandise and all that. But these, but you gotta, it's no return after this. Nah, I think let's see if the phones work now. I done reset it and did what I needed to do. Let's see if the phones work now. I hope they work. Please call me now. What's up? I ain't heard from you in a minute, TB. Call me now, dog. Let's see if these phone lines work. Let's see. I don't know, but we gonna see. Man, he gonna beat the brakes off of kid. Man. I mean, we're literally watching this fight. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. TB, what's up?
Man, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Yeah, I know. Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear him in the phone? Please, I hope they can hear you, dog. Because my phones ain't been working, man. Everything good though? Happy New Year's, man. Yeah. Life's good. You got a girlfriend now, huh? Uh-huh. You got oh really? Congratulations. Yeah, I've I guess it is working. I guess they can hear you. Let's see. They ain't no one. Hey, Champion Heart, can y'all hear him? Oh, they can't. Oh, they can't hear you, dog. Damn. I'm gonna have to get a new number or something. I don't know what I did, but the phone ain't working. I don't know what I did. Nope, they can't hear you. Beam in. You ain't got to show your face. Beam in. I want to talk. Oh man, you got Obama, man. You got an Obama phone. Oh, see, you gotta get a headset. All you gotta do is get a headset. Yeah. So you ain't gotta use the mic. Man, somebody beam in and holler at me, man, and voice your opinion on Errol Spence Terrence Cry. They can't hear you, dog. So I gotta close the line. All right, for sure. All right. Thank you, dog. All right, man. I don't know what I got to do, man. I done did everything to try. I heard him when you first answered. You did? See, y'all playing with me now. I don't know what the hell is going on. But in the meantime, between time, yeah, Bird, man, you was right. You called it. You about to get your David Morrell on, huh? He's a hell of a fighter too. He gonna fight twice this year. They gonna figure that out because he's inexpensive. You know, you were dead right about that. You can hear, but it went out. Damn. You could hear when he first came on. What's good, Mr. Henderson? Man. It's like PBC is not even real anymore. You Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, we ain't getting that fight till the summer now. Somebody may fight in March, but it can't be pay-per-view. Imagine we get David Benavidez, Caleb Plant on for free. Al, if you give us David Benavidez and David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, I won't talk about you for a month. Give it to us for free, Al. Come on, Al. We need a fight in March. That bullshit fight card you giving us in February is terrible. In my Charles Barkley voice, terrible. Y'all did hear him, huh? Oh, it does work then. Y'all did hear him? Shit. All right, we'll fix it again. Man, he gonna beat the shit out of it. It's not a fair fight, dog. It's not a fair fight. But now it just confirms that Al Haymon is in control. These fighters don't have the say-so that they say they have. You know, Al Haymon is being Al Haymon. So now when they do interviews, we just sit back and be like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Like now you really can't believe what the PBC fighters say. Hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, you're not. No, it's not. It ain't having it. And I'm not being disrespectful at all, but it's like, well, what's the point? Nothing you say will happen. Nothing. I want a free fight. That's what I want. I want a free fight. Gratis. Free. That's what I want. We should get David Benavidez and Caleb Plant for free. That'll never happen. But I really want to know what's going on with Fox. Is that over? I thought they had 1 or 2 more fights left on that deal, but it must be over because they haven't announced a pay-per-view card. But maybe Errol Spence will be on pay-per-view on Fox. Maybe that'll be it. But that's in April. God damn. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Fred? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Is it okay if I come by here? Because every time I call, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Is this
Perfect.
okay? Do I have to turn on the
Yeah.
camera or?
You can do what you like. You can cut it on, not do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up, Fred? Yeah. I mean, I just had some questions that I wanted to ask, and I was wondering if I could have like an actual dialogue. I don't want to do a monologue where I'm just talking to myself. I had some questions that I wanted to ask you, if that was okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I got
So
the
yeah,
answer.
you titled the video "Is Haymon Forcing Spence versus Thurman?" But well, let's just say that Haymon did force it, or either Spence wanted to fight. I mean, don't you think it's a little weird that it's happening at 154 for no titles? Maybe wouldn't you want to blame Spence for that? Maybe he had a say in it, right? It
Yeah,
can't be all
sure.
Al Haymon's fault, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So, but why is it titled Al Heyman? Maybe you got. I feel like you got to hold Spence responsible for it
Sure.
too. You know what I mean? Like,
Spence shares the blame. I said that in my
okay,
monologue.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I opened up. Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like, what is your stance on it? Do you like it? Like,
I don't like it. No, he gonna
Okay,
beat the
good.
shit. He gonna beat the brakes off of. It's a great fight at 47. I think it's a good fight at 54.
But you do know they both fought at 152 in the amateurs, right?
Yeah, but it's man. I don't know if you ever seen Errol Spence. Errol, Errol, Errol Spence is a thoroughbred, man. Like God made him yeah. God, Errol Spence is genetically gifted for sure.
As far as size, I mean, well, look,
Yeah. He's 5'10.
who was bigger,
Errol-
Ugas or Spence?
Said who's bigger?
Yes,
Spence is
you
way
seen them
bigger.
fight, right? You think
Spence-
Spence was bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they look pretty even to me, and Ugas started at 140.
Because he fights at 47. See, you ain't seen Earl in between fights. Earl is big. Like let's see. I mean, he looks like a football. He looks like an NFL player. He could pass for a cornerback.
DB?
A DB, yeah.
Okay.
Him and Jamal Charlo. They built different. Yeah.
Okay.
They got great genetics.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, thank you. That's all it really was. I was just a little confused. I came here kind of late. I just wanted to know your stance on it.
No, they do share the blame. And I don't think this will be great historically for Earl.
How so?
Because you're pulling up a 47 guy to fight at 54.
I agree 100%. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I totally agree.
Like,
and
he was your mandatory at 47. So you pull him up to 54.
Right.
That's not a great look.
I 100% agree. And I feel like people need to be aware of that because this is bullshit. I mean, you already got fighters fighting once a year. And now you're doing something like this. I think is just adds more injury to assault to injury. I feel like, and
yeah.
I feel like people shouldn't give a pass on this, man. This is crazy, man. It's a good fight, but
it's a good fight. I mean, it's an entertaining fight. The press conferences is gonna be great. Earl with his one-liners, Keith Thurman with his two-liners. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell. It's a good fight. It's definitely a pay-per-view fight. I'm not saying it's not a pay-per-view fight. I'm saying like, man, Earl
yeah, but it's just like, how are you gonna sell it now? It's not a title fight.
It's gonna be for a title eliminator. Trust me.
Okay, man.
WBC has the most title eliminators.
I mean, well, this is already for the WBC mandatory, right? Supposedly.
No, but it will be. The WBC is the king of title eliminators.
Yeah, man.
I mean, title eliminators Sean Porter had and Erickson Lubin.
It's just, man. I don't know how they're gonna sell this, man. Is it even official, or it might change? Like, what is it looking like?
Well, Earl got to fight. So you got to fight somebody. And I mean,
someone. And this is my last question. Do you think this is it? This is the last. He's not 147 no more. He might be over.
No way he can go back down, man.
There's no point if you're moving up.
There's no way. I think they're just holding the belts to put other people in position, but it's just no way, man. It's no way. Why would he go back down there?
Yeah, unless it's for Crawford, and that's looking kind of bad already. All right, well, shit. End of an era, I guess. All right, well, Fred.
It's not the end of an era. It's just boxing politics playing us right in front of us. Jerry, you think that fight is more competitive, huh? I don't think so. Yeah. But this means it's only 8 months. It's only 6 months left in the calendar for fights because Canelo has May and September. I mean, you could put pay-per-views on, but let's just say it's not. There's only 6. You can't do a pay-per-view every month, right? Because you got to promote it. So what are you going to do with all these main event fighters?
Well, PBC, they're putting anything up for pay-per-view.
Yeah, but you can't put a pay-per-view on every month. So what do you do with all these main event fighters?
Put them in the storage case and don't let them fight.
Like, that's the whole point that people are saying. People were DMing me today. Oh, PBC ain't broke. I told you. And I just, cool. Because y'all don't see the big picture. Y'all don't see the roaches behind the wall. They only can do 6 pay-per-views a year. Because you got to promote them.
Oh, Fred, I think you're undermining the things you've done for boxing. You've done a lot. You raised a lot of awareness of what PBC has been doing. So I think you've actually done a great job. And I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but I really appreciate what you're doing as far as raising awareness for the inactivity of boxing. And I want you to keep it up, please, because this is crazy, man. I'm a boxing fan, right? I'm a boxing nerd, but and a lot of my favorite fighters from the PBC, but just seeing fighters like Spence fight once a year, man, it hurts, man. And you raising awareness, man, that's what we need. And if people don't know, that's their fault. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. Thank you for letting me come through. I tried to call in, but
it's not coming through. I got to fix that.
All right, then, Fred. Keep it up.
All right, thank you. Champion Heart, what's up, big dog? Champion Heart, what it do? Salute Fred and family in the chat. Don't want to say that I told you. I told you so. Spence will fight Thurman, and you will be at that fight because they got to put that fight in Texas. I don't think they can put that fight in Vegas. I think they got to put it in Texas. So let's see what date is available in Texas. Let's go to, what's it called? Arlington State? No, Cowboy Stadium, right? Cowboy Stadium. Let's check is this it? .org? Okay. April 1st and April 8th are taken. You got Taylor Swift and Billy Joel. So that April 15th date is available in Vegas that they had put on hold, or they can go April 15th or 22nd or 29th in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. So they got a lot of room to work with. They definitely got, so we'll see what happens. But I just he should have fought Tony Harrison. See, that would have gave him credibility. He should have fought Tony Harrison at 54. I like that fight. I like the press. Nah, Tony Harrison and Errol Spence are friends. There ain't gonna be no friends. It's gonna sell. The fight gonna sell. It's a competitive fight for 6 rounds. Errol gonna close that ring up. But Errol is only gonna fight once this year. That's it. Errol can't fight twice. Because the next pay-per-view gotta be in June. Then the next pay-per-view gotta be in July, August, then October, then December. So there's only literally 4 more cards they can put on with the pay-per-view. You understand what I'm saying? Because they got to promote it. Now, unless they do it every month, I don't know how they're going to pull that off, charging people $80 every month. I think that's really impossible. Yeah, Keith is athletic. He's a professional fighter. He's an elite fighter. I agree. What's up, Born Hustler?
Yeah, but Keith Thurman is washed up.
I don't know if he washed up, but Earl is just levels above him right now. He couldn't even give a 40 guy out.
What's going on with Shakur Stevenson
We can't hear you, dog.
I said what's going on with Shakur Stevenson, the best defensive fighter in boxing, top 10 pound for pound fighter, a top 3 most skilled fighter in boxing. Who he fighting next?
He's supposed to fight the guy that Lomachenko lost to, right?
Another blowout, 12-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just too
Yeah.
easy for him, Fred. A focus Shakur. It's too easy, Fred. He's different. You know he's different because you said in the video. You said a focus Shakur. What'd you say about 135? You said that's his division.
He's the most God gifted. He's the most physically gifted. But I'm going with Devin Haney's discipline though. Like I'm just keeping it a buck. This man was standing beside a man that got killed. He shouldn't even been there. You know what I mean? And the videos that I saw online, you know what I mean? It's just shout out to Meek Mills and Kevin Hart donating 7 minutes. That's a great move by them. Great move. So he got to up his discipline. I think he got to move out of Texas. He got to go to Vegas and train in Vegas, get great sparring, train at the top ranked gym, be around boxing, because in Texas, he's doing too much partying.
H-Town, Fred. You know what I mean? H-Town. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, but Shakur, man, he different, Fred. A focus Shakur, he different, Fred. I'm telling you. Like I said, besides Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson is the most skilled fighter in boxing.
I mean, you got a lot of skilled fighters. Shakur is he has a total package, right? And the total package can get beat. If they were to fight today, I would take Devin. I'm just keeping it a buck. Do I think Shakur is more natural? Sure. But Devin is going to do the work. You know, Shakur is going to say, "Oh, can we make the fight at 37?" And because he lost his belt, he wasn't in position for the mandatory. So now he got to work his way to get a mandatory. So he shot himself in the foot.
Well, also Bill Haney was capping on the internet talking about they can move Shakur in front of Loma. You know what I mean? He was doing all that. He asked Shakur. I'm saying, but Fred, this is what he said to Shakur. I know you seen the interviews or whatever you heard about it.
I didn't see it. I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, and then he came back on H Money shit and everybody clowned his ass. Bill was capping. He was capping.
Well, he's a promoter. He can lie. Promoters lie. But I will say this. That's a hell of a fight. It's a pay-per-view fight. I think it goes down to rounds 11 and 12. And who's going to win round 11 and round 12? I trust Devin right now. Seriously. It is Devin got a few chains and a few tattoos. That's it. Shakur parties. Like, you know what I mean? And when you got a athlete who mind thinks as fast as you, fast twitch is as fast as you, Shakur has some advantages. You know, he's great with distance. I think he's more I think Devin is more athletically gifted in terms of defense. I think Shakur is a little bit more tactically gifted in terms of defense. But I would Shakur.
So Fred, Devin don't party?
I'm not saying he doesn't party, but I've never seen a drink in his hand. And I stand by it until I see it. The same thing I say, Errol Spence is a changed man. You're not gonna, and like people get on me, like when I was having a conversation with Mr. Muhammad. No, Errol Spence is a family man to me. Every time I see him on Instagram, he's with his girlfriend, he's with his family, he's with his kids, and he's doing the right thing. So I think everyone has a Malcolm X moment, man. You know, mine wasn't drugs, alcohol. Mine was women. You know what I mean? Yours may be whatever, you know. Everybody has a Malcolm X moment. You got to make a decision. You know, you're gonna serve your demons, or you gonna serve your purpose. So
yeah,
it's up to Shakur at this point. We can't hear you.
I said we gonna have to see, but a focus Shakur, I don't think nobody fucking with him.
Well,
At the end of the day, what they say, Fred, defense wins championships, right or wrong, Fred?
They say that in basketball and football.
Yeah, but in the boxing too, because look at Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? He shit just might can't hit you. You know what I mean? What's the sweet science? Hit and not get hit, right?
Right, facts. Right. Well, tell Shakur to get focused. He missed weight his last fight, and he was out partying 2 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that other fighters don't do it, but we know what comes with it.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, Fred. Appreciate you.
No, thank you, man. Welcome back anytime.
I bet.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I think the world of Shakur. I'll tell him. I think the world of him. But when I see him in Houston, that's not a focused Shakur Stevenson. If I see him in Vegas training or with Terrence Crawford training in Colorado, that's a focused Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, when Shakur is around Terrence Crawford, he's on it. I like that combination. When he's in Houston playing around with Jay Prince Jr. and I see them in cars, and now that we know what's in Jay Prince Jr. cars, he got, you know what I mean? Y'all saw the videos, you know, and I'm just not a fan of that. Because living a boxer's lifestyle is part of your promotion. That's the lifestyle. That's why Kobe was different, right? That's what it was. So you got to separate yourself from the pack. And Shakur is more gifted than the fighters he's fighting. But when you come up with a motherfucker that's as talented as you and that's made the 100% commitment, it's tough. I think we think that, oh, because you're great, you're supposed to win every fight. You got to earn these victories. It ain't like, I mean, you have a competitive advantage, but you still got to go out there and earn it. And the first way you earn it is making weight, having a great camp, protecting your body. You know? See, I have no desire to be around these fighters and hang out with them or nothing like that. So I only go by what I see. And I see the same thing you guys see. You know, the Instagram, Twitter, and I don't have Facebook, but actually I don't use Facebook anymore. So I only go by what I see. And I'm gonna tell the truth on what I see. And that's it. So should Gary Russell retire at this point? No, man, he shouldn't retire. He gonna get a fight, but it's not gonna be till 2024. Yeah, man, it's just a tragedy, man. What's going on? It's a tragedy. You know what I mean? I woke up, man. I was drinking that Al Haymon Jim Jones juice. Al Haymon got that Jim Jones juice. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking it for a minute, dog. I was blindly drinking. Give me the juice. I was blindly drinking that juice, Champion Heart. You know what I mean? And then I woke up. You know? I've been right, though. I was right about Eddie Hearn and DAZN. They nowhere near America. They gone. 18 months, they were gone. They couldn't sustain that. But then when you look at this situation, follow me, dog. Put your emotions away on either side for this. Follow me. Eddie Hearn with Anthony Joshua and DAZN made the same deal. Fred, what are you talking about that Al Haymon made? Al Haymon created PBC on the back of Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather was not attached to PBC. Eddie Hearn created a deal with DAZN, and Anthony Joshua was not a part of the deal with DAZN. It just mirrors each other, man. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn came in and overpaid. We hated on it. Al Haymon came in and overpaid on it. I celebrated it. You see the hypocrisy? You see the hypocrisy that I did? You know? But no one's man enough to admit the shit. You know what I mean? Everyone's just gonna say, Fred, he's a black man. Let him destroy these fighters' careers and take their prime away. It's okay. It's okay that he destroyed Gary Russell's career. It's okay. It's okay that David Benavidez is gonna fight again once this year. It's okay. It's okay. Errol Spence will be out the ring 12 months. Keith Thurman 14 months. It's okay. It's okay. It's no big deal. Jamal Charlo, next time he get in the ring will be in 2 years. It's okay. Let him do it, Fred. It's okay. Bob Arum gets a perfect stranger in Devin Haney. The man will fight 3 times in 300, not calendar days, but 365 days. He will have 3 fights. And if I'm not mistaken, Lomachenko got to be a career high payday. I'm just doing it off common sense. The fight is going to sell out. It's going to do over 3 million ratings. The advertising budget will be there. So it probably will be a career high payday for Devin Haney. And probably Lomachenko as well, because his biggest fight was during COVID. So this probably will be for both of them. So I don't know what we're going to do. You know what I mean? Oh, man. So sit back and be disappointed all year. There's 2 fights I think PBC will make this year that will give us a sense of satisfaction. Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. I believe we will get those fights. Will we get Reese Alim versus Stevie Fulton? I don't know. I don't want to see Brandon Figueroa again. I want to see Reese Alim versus Stevie Fulton. He ain't fighting anyway. Al Haymon ain't going outside, as you guys can see. Al Haymon never goes outside for a fight. Have y'all noticed that? He never goes outside of himself for a big fight. Never. Not when he's in the lead. Deontay Wilder was behind, right? On the 3rd fight. Never goes outside. Insane. It's a tragedy, man. This is a stone cold tragedy, dog. Yeah, Broner made a great. Broner literally is a superhero at this point. Tank versus Cruz too. Damn, he's gonna be on the undercard of. Well, you got 2 black fighters on the main event, so that means Pitbull Cruz 100% will be the co-main event. 100%. Pitbull Cruz will be the co-main event on Errol Spence. Why, Fred? How do you know that? Common sense. You got to bring in another fan base. That's it. 100%. He will be, not unless they go with a big fight, but I think he will be the co-main event. Because Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford got to get Errol Spence and Keith Thurman got to get all the money. So you won't see $1 million fighter as a co-main event. Frank Martin may be the opening bout or the second bout. Maybe they can get Chris Colbert, because they got to get rid of Chris Colbert. I shouldn't say get rid of him, but they got to. Chris Colbert's not even 30 yet, right? And his career is all but over. Huh. Think about it. Chris Colbert's career is over. There's nothing Chris Colbert can do that can gain your trust back. He's not a knockout artist. He's not disciplined in between fights. He doesn't show up in between fights, so you lose track of him. He doesn't keep himself current. He does nothing memorable. So literally, Chris Colbert is like a forgotten man. He's not going to wow us when he fights. Yeah. It's all but over for him. Richardson Hitcherson did the right thing. Went and got that went and got that white man money. Great job, Richardson. Saved your career, man. The reason why Adrian Broner has a main event in Atlanta, which he's been wanting, and he has a clean date. Adrian Broner has a clean date, which I think is beautiful. You know, no competition. He's Showtime ain't. Well, we're gonna watch both cards anyway because we're fucking boxaholics. So we're gonna watch both cards, but people are gonna watch Adrian Broner. It's gonna be beautiful. Frank Martin should fight Gary Russell. I like that fight. Frank Martin and Gary Russell. Make that fight happen. Because now Al got to start getting rid of these fighters. It's going to be Chris Colbert or Gary Russell. And he's hoping that he can get rid of Chris Colbert or Gary Russell. And that's the reality of this. He got to start eliminating fighters. Who Danny Garcia going to fight at 54? Danny Garcia don't want no tough fight at 54. Danny Garcia strategically and happily living his best life. Who he gonna fight? Tony Harrison? I think Tony Harrison will pick him apart. I think Danny Garcia arms are too short for elite 154s. Well, Showtime could give us Jamel and Tim Tszyu in July, quite possibly. AB's gonna make weight, but they fighting at a catch weight this fight, right? So he'll be solid. I have no worries. Adrian Broner's gonna do what he need to do. Shit, if that motherfucker got to take X-Lax for a week, he ain't gonna do that though. But he's with Coach Cunningham, dog. I got no worries about that, man. I've never been in camp with him. Don't know Coach Cunningham, but from what I hear, from how Adrian Broner talks about him and how Tank Davis ran from him, Tank Davis did one camp down there, 2 camps. He said, "I'm done. I'm done with this dude. Hell no, he too hard." So I know he ain't no bullshit. He's a military man, no bullshit, and a police officer. So nah, he ain't good. I like Garcia and Lubin. Great fight. Al Haymon should put that fight on Showtime. Danny Garcia, Erickson Lubin. But Danny Garcia ain't gonna fight no softball. I'm just being common sense. Tank ain't going to jail, man. That's why he fought. He got that money. He got that payola. He ain't going to jail, man. They're gonna pay that girl and they're gonna be like, well, the witness isn't here, so we have no case. They're gonna pay her, or they're gonna go to civil suit. Tank ain't going to jail, y'all. I have no, and again, I still want to congratulate Tank. I think Tank did an extraordinary job selling that fucking fight. And it's just terrible that Meek Mills and just the ignorance, man. The whole thing. If you want to blame Gary Russell, the Russell family, feel free. Blame anyone you want. But the fact that we're not talking about Tank doing a backflip off the rope, selling out 19,731 people, which is amazing. That deserves to be the conversation. And it's not. So I give him credit. He's had a week of redemption. Can he sustain it? Here you go. It shows up on both when I do it. I believe so, right? Yeah, it does. But he's had a week of redemption. You know, his baby mother came out and said he didn't do what he did, and he sold it out. But his PR team ain't smart enough. You know where I would have been on Sunday? I would have been in the biggest church in Baltimore. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would have been at the biggest church in Baltimore. The governor-elect came to see him in the back of the locker room. Do I think Tank should go to jail? I mean, I saw what I saw. I mean, my eyes don't deceive me. I don't know the law. I don't know if it's a misdemeanor, so I can't say whether he goes to jail or not. You know, I don't know what the statutes. I don't know what the crime entails. You know, it may be just a misdemeanor. It may be a felony. I don't know, so I can't speak on that. But I do know. He was at that. He was at the scene. I saw him get out of the car and run. And it's not a matter of jealousy. It's not Tank. It's about fighting and getting paid, y'all. Every fighter does it. Ryan Garcia did it. Ryan Garcia had a whole marketing campaign. I'm gonna sit next to the best fighter I can find, Errol Spence, bet him $25,000 and get $20 million in promotion. Ryan Garcia did it. Devin Haney did it with Gary Russell. He said, I'll be your Huckleberry when Gary Russell wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. Tony Harrison did it with Danny Garcia. The list goes on, man. Y'all, now we're not boxing fans because Tank is our favorite fighter. I mean, who gives a flying fuck, man? Fighters do that, man. That's the reality of this. Good pass, good pocket pass. That's the reality of it, man. And it ain't changing. It ain't changing, y'all. It's gonna do what it do. And you can call it hate. Hate is welcome in boxing. It's welcome. Yeah, hate is definitely okay. You know, so I ain't mad at him. At the next fight this Saturday, somebody's gonna, well, I don't know if it's this week, but somebody's gonna call out somebody this weekend. That's it. Jerron Ennis and Speedy Ellis. Do you call that hating at the press conference? I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Is that hating? No, that's not hating. Devin Haney's been pursuing what's the Venezuelan name? Teofimo Lopez. Is that hating? Every chance he get, Devin Haney tells Teofimo he's not a great fighter in so many words. And Teofimo does the same thing. Man, it's fighting, y'all. You can hate in boxing. It's okay if Gary Russell is sitting ringside and saying, oh, he ain't that good, he weak. That's what he's supposed to say. Matter of fact, that's what I expect him to say. Jamel Charlo said it at the Jared Hurd fight. Y'all go pull my interviews in 2017, 2018, whatever year that was. Jamel Charlo called him, oh, he can't beat me. He weak. He's this, he's that. You know? Andrade went into Canelo's press conference and demanded the fight, right? That's boxing, y'all. Hating, it's only hating when it's your favorite fighter getting hated on. You know what I mean? That's it, man. But man, let's be 100 with each other. Gary has the right to say what the hell he wants because he's a fighter. Ain't no rules. Wilder said he wanted a body. That's the ultimate hating, right? And I was like, yeah. To delete someone, you know what I mean? But I know that's the mindset of a fighter. I didn't think Wilder wanted to literally kill a man. I think that's just the mindset. You got to go in there to destroy somebody. You got to punch through. Like when you box, you're supposed to punch through the heavy bag, not to the heavy bag. When you punch someone, you punch through their skull. And Wilder has the ability to punch through someone's skull, you know? So what's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Fred? What's going down, man?
Chilling, dog. Your boy Errol, man. Tell us what you think. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you want to welcome
congratulations on your stock.
Oh yeah, that's normal, man. That's per usual.
Hey, listen, nigga. It's still nigga. Everybody not doing so. It ain't normal.
Yeah, that's per usual, man. That's just one of the stocks I gave y'all because that's the one I believe that was going to do the best in a short period of time. It's only been 12 days. Look where it's at now. But
You already know. You already know, man. This is.
I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you feel.
No, listen. Me and you, we talked about this already before. I said this already.
Okay,
Al Haymon, this is his MO, bro. This is what he do. He gonna get the outcome he want, man. He don't give a fuck who he hurt to get it. Dog, listen. He know good and goddamn well Errol Spence don't want to fight this nigga at all, under no circumstances. Man, and this is the thing about it, bro. It's like, now how do you blame Terrence Crawford? This shit look funny, man.
It's funny business.
Why do I need to fight Keith Thurman in April? Why can't I just get straight to Terrence Crawford? Dude, I don't like this shit, man. See, and then he got Errol looking bad, and it's not on Errol, man. It's on Al Haymon. It's on the business.
Well, Errol got to sign the contract. Well, Errol got to sign the contract, so Errol got to share the blame.
Fred,
you got to be accountable. You got to be accountable, dog.
Fred, he ain't you. He ain't the boss. He's not the boss. We got to stop this. They got to sign a contract shit. You're gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do. That's what this is, man. Like, let's be honest. He's an advisor. He gonna advise you to do what he wants you to do, bro. Like, bruh, man, I don't like this shit, man.
It's such a waste of for real. Like, it's like a waste. Like, it doesn't. It's like an exhibition because it does. He's still the champion at 47. There's no risk on Errol Spence. All he has to do is make weight and obviously be competitive. But if he loses, he just goes down to 47 and fights Terrence Crawford. You know, but the fight is not what it should be. You know, but I mean, a good promotion will heal a lot of these wounds, though. You know what I'm saying? They got to promote the hell out of this fight, you know, but they never do. But Keith Thurman should be coming out the woodworks within the next 10 days.
And that's the worst part.
I don't like. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing too. Keith Thurman doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't deserve. I don't want him.
He don't deserve shit. But the ass whooping he gonna get. That's all he deserves. The ass whooping he about to get.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an ass whooping. But Jerry think he has a chance. Jerry say it's gonna be a better fight at 54.
Jerry, he got as much shot. He got as much shot beating Errol Spence as you got playing in the NBA.
Facts. I mean, it's not even competitive, dog, at 54.
Nigga, Earl gonna be big as shit at 54. Wait.
No, he should fight a 54 guy and get some credibility. You know what I mean? Like pulling another guy up from 47 to fight at 54. That's kind of corny. Like,
that's the MO.
And I would tell Earl that too. Like that's not a good move. That's like Wilder pulling up a cruiserweight.
I wish he would though.
Because he's 215. You know what I mean? He's 216 or 2. You know what I mean?
Hey, I want to see Wilder at cruiserweight though.
Oh, come on, man.
That's what I want to see. Why not?
Man, he probably can make that weight. He's 37. I don't know. He's not young. You ain't got to make. If you ain't got to make that commitment, why should you?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, because it's like, shit. Why not?
Right. But Wilder, see, the one thing the one thing I respect about Wilder is he literally pursued Tyson Fury, pursued that motherfucker. Like, you ain't getting away from me. There's no way in hell you're getting away from me. I like that. I also like the way David Benavidez talk. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to fight, dog. Just please, could I get a fight? He's literally begging in interviews. It don't sound like begging, but it's literally begging. Man, I just want to fight, man. Just anybody. I don't care who it is. I just want to fight. Go watch the Brian Custer interview. Anybody he said, just fight. I mean, you can't get a fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't like how it makes Earl look. You know,
It makes Earl look a little bit different. You know what I mean? You got to live with it though. You got to live with it.
yeah. But see,
If I'm him, I have the fight signed with Crawford. That's the only way you can fix this, Earl.
man, like this.
Get this fight signed with Terrence.
See, man, but Terrence, man, see, the thing is, if Terrence Crawford don't sign with the PBC, that shit ain't happening, bro.
Yeah, and Terrence got an ego about him too. Like Terrence, and he has a right to be. He's an undefeated world champion, 3-division world champion. He's earned the right to sit at the table. He's earned the right to own the table. Rome. If they both are welterweight,
look, he earned that right.
I don't think they. Earl is not a welterweight. Earl is not like
financially or both.
But you're also a welterweight champion. You're a welterweight champion. So I think if you're
I believe Earl want that. Yeah, I fight bad.
Man, it's not a great look. It's not a great. Anthony got something to say. How is Spence Porney fighting Thurman at 154 if they both are welterweight? So fight at welterweight. That's like cheating the game. Like it's like a cheat code. You know what I mean? It's like a protection clause. You get to keep your belts. You're gonna fight in a 9-title fight. It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right, Jerry. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, Jerry. I'm in agreement with you. Go ahead, Anthony.
What's up, fellas?
You're too far away. Go ahead, Anthony. All you.
Can you hear me?
We're gonna try.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
so
dog.
where are we getting this rumor from? Where are we getting this rumor from?
It's not a rumor. It's on ESPN. Just posted it, bro.
That they supposed to be fighting at 154.
Yeah, we didn't make that shit up.
What
We
did
didn't
they
say,
say?
hey, let's make up a story about Earl Spence and Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a rumor. ESPN just spreading the rumor.
Okay, well, we just talking
They
about
don't have no facts.
It's
But
the
I was wondering where that
Oh,
was
the
coming from.
WBA champions.
Y'all got it from ESPN, okay?
No, the WBA. No, I actually read what the WBA champion said. I mean, the WBA president said. The WBA president said Earl Spence handlers has come out and asked for an exemption to fight at a higher weight class and still remain champion and fight in a 9-title fight in a higher weight class. That's what the president said from the WBA in a quote.
Oh, but that'd be interesting. I mean, I don't see why I could agree to anything like that though. I mean, he said he was going to be world champ again. I mean, this is his chance. I don't see why he would do that. And they mandated it. The WBC mandated it at 147.
Right. But it's gonna be a 9-title fight.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I had to see that to believe that.
Yeah, I'll read you his quote.
Knowing that he wants to be champion again.
I'll read you his quote because other people may be driving.
He got what he wanted. He got the weak match Barrios.
I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you so you have clarity. I'm just gonna read you the quote from the WBA president, and then that way you can formulate what you want to formulate. WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza confirmed to Boxing Scene that representatives for Spence sought approval to take a non-title fight. The WBA conditionally approved the request with a resolution of matters still to be submitted to all involved parties. That's the quote.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get that out of that. I didn't get that he's gonna fight Thurman at 154. Out of that you just read, but I hear you. I mean,
oh, I see what you're saying. It may be someone else at 54. It may be someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great then. I like that. I would rather him fight a true 154 guy. If he fights a true 154 guy, he's That's the right move. Fight a true 154 guy, like Tony Harrison. That would be great. So I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, I can see something like that for sure.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. So let's hold up. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That would be creative and it makes sense. Fight a Tony Harrison, fight a Erickson Lubin, get some credibility out of this. I don't think
but you know what it is though. You know what it's too much like, Fred.
What's that?
Too much like right.
It might happen though. It might happen.
Man. Yeah, we'll see.
Because
just don't let it be a Simpsons fighter. That's all.
Because Errol don't want to pay Keith Thurman. So you make a good point, Anthony. Make a good point. It may not be Keith Thurman. It may not be. It may be Tony Harrison. I would lean on Tony Harrison. If he fights Tony Harrison, that's going to be in Texas. That's not Vegas. Go ahead, dog.
Tony Harrison, remember, my bad. My thing was he cutting out as you paused. I didn't know you were talking. But Tony Harrison, he has something to fight with somebody. Alicia Baumgartner had stood up for him at that WBC convention. Who was it against? Is it against Fundora?
Nah, Keith Thurman ain't better than Lubin at 54. Hell no. He ain't better than Harrison at 54. You crazy.
Lubin just don't have a chin, man. If he get touched real good, somebody hit him real good, man, he could be out on his feet.
Shit, he was winning on the cards against Fundora in the fight of the year. And yeah. What you're saying is true. Has some legitimacy to it, but he's still an elite fighter. He's only lost to elite fighters. So, you right, dog. You may have a point. It may not be. No, I get what you're saying. I'm agreeing with you. It may not be Keith Thurman. I'm glad you came here and said something. It may not be Keith. It may be a Fundora. I think it's Tony Harrison. I think it's somebody like Tony Harrison.
I bet you it could be Spence and Lubin. For real, that'd be a nice little test. And plus, he can look good if he touch him up. He get on the inside.
It may be Tony Harrison. It may be Tony Harrison. We on to something, dog. It might be Tony Harrison. If it's Tony Harrison, that's a legit 154 guy, and you get the respect of the fan base. I like that. Makes sense. Or it could be Terrell Goucher. But it got to be pay-per-view. Terrell Goucher lost his last couple of fights. Yeah. You're right. You're right, Anthony. I'm not saying you're right, but I mean, the speculatory information sounds good.
You can listen to that interview with Keith and Brian what's his name, Custer?
Yeah, Brian.
He was talking about it at 147, and you know, because somebody was talking about his weight. Somebody had wrote something about his weight, but he was saying that was before, you know, when he was off for 2.5 years. He was eating out in LA and all that stuff. But he said now he's keeping his weight intact, so it'll be easy for him to get back down to 147.
Yeah. Okay. Kyle, what you think about that?
I mean, I just don't know anymore, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even trying to get my hopes high. I'm not trying to get too high, get too low on it. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is boxing.
It might be Tony Harrison, dog. Like, I'm being for real. It might be Tony Harrison. It might be. It might be, dog. No cap.
Give him a call and ask him.
Or it could be Castano, which would be genius. Castano and Errol. Genius move. That's the best move they can make. Castano. And then people going to say, ooh, you fighting Jamel next? I like that fight. I like he can go Harrison, Lubin. He won't do Fundora. Sampson won't allow that shit because it's not for a real belt. Harrison, Castano, Lubin. Great fights.
Hey, if I'm a black fighter, I'm trying to figure out how I can get signed with Samson.
I told them a year ago. They said I was crazy. I warned them. Louis DeCoopus and Sampson. They in every main event. If you're not with them, you ain't getting the fight. I like that.
Because Rashidi Ellis won that goddamn fight, bro.
Yeah, he won the fight. Hey, that guy might have been on roids, man.
Heck no, he didn't win that fight.
I thought he won.
How many rounds did you get a Mexican?
Who, me?
Yeah. How many rounds did you get a Mexican dude?
I mean, I didn't put it like a pencil or paper. You know, I didn't put a pencil to it. You know,
he could even fight Law.
I'm just saying, throw something out there. Throw a ballpark.
Even if he won 6, just the knockdowns and stuff took him over. You know what I'm saying? He just outpointed him at that point.
There is no fucking way.
Rashidi looked bad, man, towards the end of that
rounds. What 6 rounds did you? So you telling me he won the whole back half of that fight he won?
Yeah. After round, I say about after round 3, the running, the movement turned into running to me. It was just like, get out the way, don't get hit. I cannot take the hit.
Stop this shit. Stop it. All right, man. Bye.
At some point, you got to sit down your punches a little bit, man. You got to make it seem like
he sat there.
He was throwing
combinations and everything, bro. He was throwing combinations and everything. He's not a power puncher.
Yeah, nah, he lost that fight. But I knew he was going to lose the fight from the beginning. From the presser to the weigh-in, I knew he was going to lose.
So why you didn't bet?
I don't gamble.
Oh, you don't gamble? Well, you should have gambled that night. Them odds were crazy. TV was minus 550, so you would have won some money.
Yeah, maybe I need to start.
If you picking them, if you've been picking them, shit, bet them. I was all wrong. I mean, not on the winners, but in terms of the rounds, you know.
But that fight, just seeing those two matched up, it reminded me of Colbert and Garcia, Hector Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw them two at the weigh-in like that, and just looking at the physiques between the two, Hector looked like he was stronger, and we already knew he could box because he had been in the Olympics. He had fought against all types of styles, you know, and he was undefeated. So, I mean, I just knew he had a chance, and I just thought he was going to be strong. It was the same way against Ellis. And
he might not be fighting Keith Thurman, dog. He might not be fighting Keith Thurman, dog.
Who, Spence?
Like, yeah. He might not be fighting him, dog, because Errol don't like him.
Hey, who got the regular belt at 54?
Everybody.
No, I'm saying who got the regular belt? Like, who got the WBA regular? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who got the regular belt.
Google it, Freddie. You got the computer?
I'm waiting on somebody to put it in the chat, man. 54. Who got the regular belt at 54?
Is L-Dub in the chat?
No, you know, probably got it. Danny Garcia. Was that for a WBA belt? It was 12 rounds. Let's see.
I don't remember him getting a belt at the end of it. I don't even think he got a medal.
He got a medal. Well, it's probably WBC then if he got a medal.
No, I'm saying I don't remember him getting a medal.
They just got Jamel Charlo. They don't have a champion.
That might be the move that they about to make. That might
Yeah,
be the move. That's
because
the
Laura's
move.
at 160. The WBA regular, huh?
That's the move.
Fundora is the regular champ. It don't say it on the website.
Hell no.
Fundora's only did WBC. He's only done WBC, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's for WBC title eliminator. Has he fought again this year? Oh, he did. He main event, didn't he?
Yeah, again, yeah, he beat the hell out of the dude that Errol Spence put down hella fast. Ocampo.
Oh, yeah. He fought Ocampo. Oh, that trash ass. Earl not fighting Keith Thurman, dog. I'm gonna find out tomorrow. Dog. He might not be fighting Keith, dog. Keith is quiet on his Instagram. Let's see Keith's Instagram. Because if Keith has a fight, he gonna start moving. He only moves when he has a fight. You know, the training and all that other shit. Let's see if he posted anything in the past couple of weeks. And if Keith Thurman don't get the fight, that poor guy, it's over. You might as well retire. December 17th. Last time he posted. And he ain't posting no stories.
Yeah, but Ness over at the Boxing Voice, I guess he talks to Keith, kind of regularly. He said Keith out there, he working. That's why ain't nobody hearing from him right now. He working. He's staying ready.
That's funny as hell, man. Oh, this shit is funny as hell.
What happened?
I'll send it to you. That's funny. You're right. It may not be Keith Thurman, dog. It may not be Keith, dog. For real, think about the shit. It may not be him. May not be.
Who could it be?
It may not, because Earl don't like Keith at all. I mean, I 0%. Oh, he don't want to pay him at all. And Earl don't, I mean, outside of this past weekend, he was kind of dancing a little bit with questions and shit, but before this weekend, Earl is really straightforward. But I'm telling you, Champion Heart, it may not be, dog. Like, for real. It may not be. I'm not capping. That's a good point, though. It may not be. We gonna find out, though, in the next 10 days, because they got to announce the fight, because they got to promote it. So we gonna see.
Oh yeah, I said that earlier, Fred.
That's funny, isn't it? Fucking hilarious.
Hey, Fulton versus Figueroa, Showtime, February 25th. Fuck.
Who? What?
Damn. Fulton versus Figueroa, Showtime.
No, it's Fulton versus Figueroa.
Yeah. LW just hit me on Instagram and told me. Damn.
Fulton versus Figueroa?
Yep, number 2.
Yeah, they've been talking about that because he's supposed to go up in weight and fight Figueroa at a higher weight class.
Damn. Fulton versus Figueroa. Damn. That's cool. I want to see a lean. I want to see a lean, dog. In the meantime, between time, y'all might as well stay on. You know what time it is. It's Tuesday. We gotta pay homage to our brother, man.
What's the little Asian kid? What's his name again?
No way. Yeah, no way. I'll take us off screen. Cooking with the champ, y'all. Cooking with the champ.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Champion, huh? What it do, baby? What it do? Champion heart. Champion heart.
I'm gonna feed him if you're coming
What's
for
going on,
me.
champion
Be
heart?
ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head. I'm seeing. Take me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got it.
All right, thank you for joining me for another episode of Cooking with the Champ. All right, we're still in the fabulous city of Las Vegas, and we got a good episode coming out. And stay tuned.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Cooking with the Champ. All right, today I'm teaming up with my baby girl, Errol. Okay, we're still in the fabulous city of Las Vegas. I'm here in the home of one of my favorite cousins, preparing a homemade pizza. Real easy, real simple. All right, we're gonna show you how to do this. Let me show you our ingredients. Okay, we're gonna have baby spinach, mushrooms, mozzarella, onions, tomatoes. Can't go wrong with garlic. Okay, now we're gonna actually use a pre-made marinara sauce. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back with a later video. I'm gonna show you guys how to make your own marinara sauce. But for the sake of time, we're gonna have a pre-made marinara sauce, and also our pre-made crumbles. All right. So I'm gonna jazz these up a little bit, but normally I wouldn't do that. But for the sake of time, we're gonna use these.
All right, so I'm going to be making the pizza crust today, or pizza dough rather. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making the dough, mixing together our dry and wet ingredients into this bowl. And then you're going to need a second larger bowl that will have the dough in it once it's formed. And you'll want to coat this with olive oil to make sure that your dough doesn't stick. So I'm going to start by putting in our dry ingredients. In the dry ingredients, we have a cup of flour, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And you're gonna just stick that right in. Next, we're going to put in our yeast. Now, yeast is pretty temperamental. You don't want to kill it with too warm of water. So once I get the water going, I'm going to measure it with, this is just a meat thermometer, but you don't want your water to be any more than 110 degrees, and you don't want it to be any less than 100 degrees, or else you'll kill the yeast. So it's pretty important to keep it in that sweet spot. So we're going to do that, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. All right, so we're here with our water. We're going to use 3/4 cups of water. I have my meat thermometer here. We're looking for between 100 and 110. I want to put it a little bit on the warmer side, so by the time it cools, like we put it in, it'll cool down a little, so it's not too hot. So I'm going to go ahead and measure. And I am at 111-ish right now. So I'm going to let it chill out for just a little bit before I put it into our mixture. All right, so now we're going to put in our olive oil. We're going to measure out 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and start stirring this. Now the consistency that you want to see is that it is forming a dough. So it's not necessarily like sticky like how it is right now. You want it to form like a nice dough ball. So what we're going to do is just add in flour. And as I start to see that it's forming the dough ball, that is when I will stop adding in flour. It comes out to around a cup or so extra. Okay, so there comes a point in time when you're doing baking things that you just got to work with your hands. This is that point in time for the pizza dough. So as you can see, it's kind of starting to come together, but I want it to make a cohesive ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the spoon, and I'm going to just start working the dough with my hands, being careful not to overmix, but to just bring things together. Alrighty, so we're gonna let this double in size. What I'm gonna do is cover it with saran wrap. Alright, so when you're wrapping this, you want to make sure to set it, or wrap it tightly, first of all. And second of all, you want to make sure to set it in a relatively warm place. So that could just be on your counter. Doesn't have to be anywhere specific, but just has to be warm. Don't put it in the refrigerator, because otherwise it won't rise. It needs that heat to make sure that it does rise. While this is rising, my dad is going to get all the toppings and stuff ready to go.
We're just going to do just a couple pinches of salt. So that's the cup. couple pinches of Italian seasoning, a couple pinches of Cavendish. Of course, we're going to do a tablespoon and a half of our Worcestershire sauce. Okay. And we're going to saute these up and get ready to go into our sauce. All right. Because we're using a ready-made sauce, okay, I want to jazz it up just a little bit.
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
I'm going to add the sauce to our sauteed onions and our garlic. This is about 4 cloves that I've crushed. All right, and I'm going to add some more Italian seasoning. All right, along with our Cavendish. And that's going to be our sauce that we're going to put on our crust. Okay, and we're going to use a couple tablespoons of our garlic, roasted garlic paste. This is actually better than bouillon. So you definitely want that in your sauce.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these tablespoons of butter right here in this pot. We're gonna let that melt while I get the garlic. This is going to be a garlic butter that's gonna be brushed onto our pizza dough once I get it stretched out and on the pizza pan. We've got about 3 cloves of garlic in there. So I went ahead and added in some Italian seasoning as well as some basil. And now we don't want the butter to be cooked too far down, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off of the heat. We don't wanna have a brown butter sauce. That would be for something other than this pizza. All right, so we have our dough. As you can see, it has doubled in size, which means it is ready to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flour my surface here. I'm gonna put it on there, knead it like 3 to 5 times, and then I'm gonna spread it out into our pizza pan. All right, so I've just went ahead and rolled out my dough. The next thing I'm gonna do is transfer it here to our pizza pan. Just gonna lift it up. This is why we flour the surface, to try to make sure that the dough doesn't stick. And then we're just gonna transfer it there. This is a really big pizza pan, so our dough isn't gonna quite fit the full pan, but that is okay. If you wanted to make a dough big enough for this pan, you could double this recipe that I'm using, and I'll make sure I put the ingredients in the description. So now I'm folding the edges over and just making a little hump like that, because that's gonna be, you know how in if you get like a pizza from Pizza Hut, there's like a crust part. That's what I'm making right now.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna stretch and fold.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and build our pizza. We're gonna do a half and half, meaning the rest half of it's gonna be vegetable, the other half is gonna be the vegetable with our meat added. All right, okay, so we've got our pizza built. We're gonna go ahead and go in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. It'll be good. All right. And,
Wow.
That's a beautiful pizza, if I can say so myself. All right, let's get ready for the taste test. All right, here we go with the taste test.
Delicious.
All right.
Delicious.
And there we go. Homemade pizza. Hooked it up. All right, now. Look at it. All right. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Cooking with the Champ. All right, baby girl, she did her thing tonight. Really good pizza we put together. And make sure, don't just watch the video, but like it. I need you to like it. Make sure you like the video.
Comment your favorite part.
All right.
Share and subscribe.
All right, and I'll see you next week.
Oh, I see you doing the toss. See you doing the toss.
Cooking with the champ. And Champ is driving, so we're gonna kick him out and he's gonna figure out to come back in. Yeah, man, pizza is Dre go-to, man. It's beautiful they do it with the family because Dre cooks pizza with Lincoln and Kennedy all the time. You know, we used to do it Thursday night pizza. But yeah, it looks good, man. That's good. Anthony, you ever made pizza before?
No, not me. My wife, she does it.
Oh, really? That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Kyle, I know y'all do pizza because you got 4 kids in there.
Nah, man, my kids don't like nothing, bro.
Because it's inexpensive, man. It's like a big pot of pasta. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know when I went to my grandma's, we had pasta, you know, because it was, well, now I'm an adult. It was cheap. I didn't know it was real cheap as a kid. Nah, champ. Nah, it's not coming in. But, man, make sure y'all go to Cooking with the Champ, man. He's not coming in at all. So that's his YouTube. Go put a comment down there, man. Tell him that, man. We appreciate him doing this for the barbershop, man. For the shop, man. Thank you. But yeah, you want to put a button on what you said? I appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you, Anthony. It may not be. It may be Tony Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, I still think he's going to fight Keith Thurman. I just think it's going to be at 147.
You think it's going to be at 147?
Yeah, I think he's going to fight Keith Thurman, but I just think it's going to be at 147.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see any.
They got to announce it.
I mean, yeah, I don't see any reason for him to go to 154. You know, I mean, if you're going to 154, Earl, you might as well stay at 154. You know, just go ahead and let the belts go and move on. You know, but other than that, man, it was, you know, there was some other stuff y'all were talking about, but I forgot about it while I was waiting and listening.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's all good. I'm sure it'll be another time.
No,
but I'll tell you what I am seeing, Fred.
Yes.
You remember?
Damn.
You remember? What? You can't hear me?
No, now we can. Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Remember when Tank left? You know, he started with this promotion.
Yes.
And I was saying that it seemed like to me Floyd just schooled him up real good, and he's ready.
Yeah, you got to learn. I mean, you'd be a fool not to learn, right? And give him credit. Floyd got him there. Now he's on his own, you know. And we'll see what happens. He sold the first venue out, which is beautiful. And we'll see what he does next. He should sell it out again. But he got to start crossing barriers, thresholds.
Yeah, I mean, he needs some other fans. You know, he need to mix it up. But that's just going to come with him. You know, with him having. See, he had a lot of.
Now he had Mexicans. He got everybody, bro. He got everybody. He got Mexicans. He got blacks. He got everybody, bro. Because of his style of fighting, they love that shit.
Yeah, but when you have a lot of black guys against, you know, guys from you know, from what was it, Ukraine and I don't know where, somewhere Spain or something. I don't know where the other guy was from, but you know, I mean, then you're not going to get as mixed of a crowd as you would normally get. You got to have like I mean, when he fights Ryan Garcia, you're gonna have a more mixed crowd.
Sure.
Or even if he had like a Mexican fighter that was on there that was really popular, like that guy he fought, that I want to see him fight again. Isaac Cruz, yeah, Pitbull. If he was like on the undercard, you would have got a different, you know, a mixed crowd. So
right.
He just got to learn how to put a card together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but if you're selling out, do you really need do you really need them?
Yeah, if you're trying to reach, you know, 50,000 people, you know, versus 20, or you trying to get from 250 pay-per-views up to, you know, 500 to 1 million. Yeah, you got to make smart business moves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I think that's where you know, it seems like maybe they let him have his way on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this might have been something to kind of show him, you know, that he can do even bigger numbers.
Oh, he can.
You know, listen to us. We can how to do even bigger numbers.
Definitely can.
I think he has a great future.
Mm-hmm.
He got to get a handle on some personal things, you know, and kind of clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a lot of times with money, you know, comes, you know, problems too. So, you know, he got to learn how to just kind of, I don't know, stay at home more. I don't know, something like that. I don't even know if he's out like that, really. You know. Oh yeah. Hey Fred, you was talking about Shakur drinking. You saw him like visibly drunk. Like he looked like he was, you know, high off of alcohol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Spence used to look back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he, you know, when I hear him talk and do interviews, he's always saying he's always in the gym. You know, like that's what he does. He lives in it. It's fun to him, is what he says.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man.
No, we appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All
Thank
right,
you,
cool.
dog. Appreciate it. What's up, champ?
What's up, brother?
How are you?
How y'all doing, man?
We good, man. Thank you for the episode.
Yeah, man.
Champ. I gotta say something, man.
What's up?
It would have been a great episode. Damn the music, man. God damn, man. Shit.
You the only one, man, to say something about the music. Everybody else dig the music, man.
Man, no, they're not gonna tell you how it cost. They was gonna tell you, man. That music is bad, man. I feel like I was stuck on the elevator for 15 minutes.
Man, yeah, everybody else dig the music, man. I'll see what I can do for you, man. I'll try and satisfy.
I ain't gonna tell you what it really sounds like. I'm just gonna keep it as an elevator.
Right. I'll try and satisfy you, fuck everybody else, right?
Make your own cooking videos. Sure.
Yeah, but man, yeah, we had a good time
making cereal.
Mm-hmm. We had a real good time doing that, man. Mm-hmm. Baby girl did her thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she definitely did her thing, man. She, you know, I knew she would do a good job on that, man. I get a lot of emails and texts about that video, man. They really, you know, like, you know, how she put that together. They was like, man, she a natural, you know. But she, we enjoyed ourselves, man. We had a good time that whole night. That video was actually 30 minutes long, man. I told her, I said, you got to cut it down, baby girl. That's too long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we cut a lot out of that video, a lot. But we had a good time that night, man. She baked cookies. You know, we had a really good time that night. That was real cool. But I just got back, man. I had to go pay respects to my aunt. And I did a video that I dedicated to her. I'll send it to you in a couple of weeks. It's a teriyaki chicken.
I have it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Do you have the salmon tacos?
All I gotta do is on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's on the channel.
Yeah.
Make sure you get that one, man. The salmon tacos. That one was really good. Really good, man. What about the Aloha burger? You got that one?
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay. Yeah. That one was. I think you showed that one already, didn't you?
Nah, we ain't showed one in the 2 weeks because I've been gone on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's why I went back to where.
Okay, that's good. That was cool. But yeah, man. So we definitely had a good time. But yeah, I like I said, I went back and I had to pay respects to my aunt, man, and I had a really bad experience, man, with an Airbnb.
Wow.
Because I didn't know at the time. I've never had an issue with Airbnb. You know, it's always been cool selling. And the original Airbnb where I was going to stay, something went down with that. And so I ended up having to book another one, not realizing I was dealing with a crackhead. It wasn't until I got there and I saw who I was dealing with. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, man. So, you know, I was trying to work it out, man, and it was just crazy, man. You wouldn't believe it. The story
that was renting to you was a crackhead.
Yeah, bro. I had to. It was crazy, man. I had.
You was staying with her?
No, no. What the crackhead was? She was trying to be an Airbnb host. Okay, but the thing is that she was trying to Airbnb a room that her and this other crackhead was living in. You know what I'm saying? That's
what they were in. So you were in the room with them?
No. No. When I walked down there and realized what was going on, right? Because let me tell you the story the way it happened. So when I got ready to get on the plane, right, I get a text saying that, you know, what she did, she put a false picture up on the site. Okay. A false apartment up on the site. She never had this apartment, but she put the apartment up on the site. So this is what I paid for, right? But before I got on the plane, I got a message coming from her saying that the apartment had flooded and that they had made that she had made accommodations at an extended stay, right? So the location changed, right? It went originally from the apartment that she had put on the site to this extended stay, right? So I get to the extended stay. I'm in the lobby, and you know, I walk to the counter, you know, from a reservation, and this guy say, "You don't have a reservation here." I said, "What are you talking about?" "Yes, I do. You know, I got a reservation here." You know, he said, "No, you don't have a reservation here." So I'm calling, right? This host, the Airbnb host, she won't answer the phone, right? Finally, she answers the phone, and I'm like, "Hey, you know, I'm here at the extended stay. You know, they say I don't have a reservation. What's going on?" She goes, "Well, I'm in the parking lot." I said, "Okay, well, I'm in the lobby. Come inside." Right. So, but I'm looking out in the parking lot and I'm like, I don't see nobody in the parking lot. Right. And I turn around. Right. And I see this chick coming down the hall and I'm like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. Right. So, so she comes to the counter. She's doing some stuff with her phone. And I'm like, are you Brittany? This was the name of the chick with the Airbnb. She was like, yeah. I was like, ah, shit. I don't believe this. Right. I already knew what was up, man. So the dude at the counter, she was doing some shit with her phone. And the dude at the counter kept saying, nope. At the time, I didn't know what he meant. Right. So she tells me, well, we got your room. You know, it's here on Ohio. She says, I don't know what's going on with the reservation, but we got your room. So I go down there, right? And in the room is another crackhead. I said, oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, no. We're going to clean the room up and you can stay here. I said, oh, no, fuck that. That's not happening. Right. So I'll turn around. I walk out. I go back to the counter and I'm like, dude, you know, fuck is going on? Right. He goes, well, man, they made a reservation. He said, but they never paid for anything. Right. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, well, they never paid anything. When she came and she was doing this shit with the phone, he kept saying no. I said, well, what's going on? He said, what they're doing is they're running credit cards. They didn't physically have the cards. They had the numbers. So she kept running different numbers trying to pay for a reservation. And he kept saying no because it wasn't going through. I said, well, are you in cahoots with them? You know, what the fuck? He was like, nah, man. He said, you know, this is what they're doing. I said, oh man. So I had to get on the phone. So I leave there, right? I end up going to where my pops was and crashed over there and then got ready for the memorial service the next day, right? So then realizing that, you know, these chicks was full of shit, I had to get on the line with Airbnb and explain to them that, you know, that this host that they have is a scam artist. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be a host of Airbnb. So about 4 hours back and forth on the phone with them, and I finally got my money back. But then it put me in a situation because I still didn't have nowhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? So I had to finagle some stuff, and I ended up getting a room at the at the Luxor. But it worked out because I ended up going to the electronics show. I ended up going to the porn convention that they have out there. It's their little thing. So it worked out, but it was crazy, man.
A crackhead for real?
Right. Yeah, it was
a certified crackhead, skinny.
Yeah.
Certified. Damn.
Crazy, man. What saved me was she was the text conversations were coming through on the site, on the Airbnb site. So when I was talking to the Airbnb lady, she could see that she could see that, you know, on the comment, she could see that she wasn't accommodating me. You see what I'm saying? So that's what helped me get my money back, man. But it was crazy.
Do you think it was one of Umar Johnson's Black Queens?
You tripping on that, bro?
Hey, Kevin Hart, it might have been meth though.
You know what? You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. It could have been meth.
You know, crackheads a little more organized than that.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing about it, right? These meth heads, they be doing too much tweaking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, the crackheads are more organized. They know how to scam you out your money. See,
Yeah.
meth heads be all over. They be too all over the place, man. They can't focus. See, the crackhead is like, I'm a scam this motherfucker, and then I'm a smoke. The meth heads already be high, trying to scam.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. You know, it was wild. It was wild. But you know, I got my money back, man. But you know, I still, like I said, I still had to finagle some things. I had to make some calls and get you know, get some money moved around and Zelle to me and all that stuff, so that I could still, because I couldn't. American Airlines, they wanted too much to change my flight, you know, because I was gonna just try and fly out since, you know, that didn't happen. It didn't deal with trying to get my money later, but you know, it worked out the way it worked out. So you know, so it was all good.
Yeah, everybody's scamming at the highest level.
Yeah. And see, one of the reasons I like to do Airbnbs is because they don't hit you with the resort fee like the hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. But like I said, I never had an issue with Airbnb. That was the first time some shit like that went down, man. You know, the first time, but it's all good.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're addicted to crack or meth or
crazy
like that. And
and then I get back home, man, and crush my phone, man.
yeah, because everybody know you're a super freak. I thought you was gonna go in there and get a threesome. You know what I mean?
No, you crazy. That ain't happening.
A crackhead threesome, dog. What would that look like?
Yeah,
What would that look like, dog?
Yeah. But man, you know, man, have you ever been to that? You crazy? Have you ever been to that electronics show? They got some cool shit that's coming out. Yeah, they got some real cool shit that's coming out.
I don't go to them things too much.
Oh no,
the car shows I did once or
okay.
twice, but
Okay.
when I was looking for a car, you know.
Yeah, and at the porn convention, I ran into Sarah. What's the name? Sarah J.
I don't know who that is. Let me Google.
Yeah, she pretty fine, man. You know, porn chick. But it was
white
white
girl.
White chick.
No, that's that snow. He got that snow bunny crisis.
No.
He got that snow bunny crisis.
She's just one of the big names. That's all. That's what I was saying. That's why I said Sarah J, because everybody knows Sarah J.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch porn, you know Sarah J.
Hey, Fred, he got that snow bunny crisis.
Nah, you think this KP. That's KP.
What did she do with Obama? Why is she on there with Obama?
Obama.
Yeah, like I Googled her and Obama came up. She was followed by Barack Obama. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sarah J. I think I know who she is.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But it was crazy, but it's all good. Yeah, so
I'm glad you made it home safe.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
You would have slept in that bed and we got stuck by a needle.
Ain't no telling.
Shit.
Real, man. Yeah. Like that.
Hey, we would have been cooking with the crackhead.
Yeah. Man.
Hey, we'd have been cooking with some crack, boy.
Yeah, but I crushed my phone when I got to the house, man. So now I'm trying to get another phone. Because my dad dropped me off and I left my phone on the top of his truck and he thought, and he pulled off And I went back outside. He was gone. I was like, oh man. But believe it or not, I found it.
You walked?
No, I drove because I knew the route that he was taking when he left. So I followed that route, and it was like 1, 2 in the morning. So it wasn't a lot of traffic out there, so I could drive slow and look. And sure enough, it was the middle of the intersection. It had gotten ran over, but I got a really good case on it, so it was still working. So I got it. Yeah.
I ran over my phone once when I had at the gas station.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. So I got it in the shop. I get it back tomorrow because I need it because I got to take this load and I need my phone. I actually supposed to leave the load today, but I can't go nowhere without that phone. I gotta have that phone.
Oh, you gotta get it done in the morning.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll have it done by tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So the load's gonna probably be like a day late, but I can't go without that phone. I gotta have it.
Right.
Too much information on it. I gotta have it.
Right.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So, but yeah, man, appreciate it.
No, I appreciate story time.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Salute to you, brothers, man.
You know what's love, man. Happy New Year again, man. And,
most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Always, champ.
Most definitely, brother.
I'm glad you got your refund. Hey, you should try that with Dr. Umar. You should try and get a refund.
Hey, you know what though? He doing something. He got the school. He doing something with the school. I saw him in the interview.
What he doing with the school? What he doing?
I saw him in an interview. He said that they got the.
I saw that Breakfast Club interview. He ain't gonna do shit.
Interview?
He gotta pay for the staff. How you gonna pay for the staff?
Yeah, he still gotta pay for the staff.
You gotta pay for electricity. You gotta pay for water.
Yeah, he still gotta pay for the staff. So we waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Hey, you know how you gonna pay for it, Fred?
Champion Heart.
With Champion.
Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. He say everything 3 times. So
hey,
hit
that's
the cash
all right,
hit
man.
Hit the cash app. He can't say nothing once.
Hey, give me once, that's on me, but give me twice, you know what I'm saying? Give me once, that's on him, but give me twice, that's on me. But yeah, so that you know, it is what it is, man.
What's he doing, bro?
Yeah. So
yeah, it is what it is.
Man, appreciate you though, man.
All right, my brother. I'm giving it y'all later.
No, it's love, man.
Most definitely.
All right, regards to your family too.
Later.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, send my regards to my family, man. I mean to Champion family, and while we at it, man, let's do a 10 count for Deacon and Champion Heart's family. Champion done lost 2 people in the past month and a half, maybe 2 months, you know. So we'll do a 10 count and tribute to Deacon. Deacon lost his wife of 30 years, and Champion Heart lost 2 family members in the past 2 months, right? So we'll pay our respects to them. And yeah, man. Rest in peace to Deacon 305's family. Rest in peace to Champion Heart's family, man. And yeah, thank you for being a part of the shop, man. And yeah, Kyle. So yeah, thank you for delivering that message. And hopefully Deacon 305, Pastor Usher Deacon 305 is hanging in there. I don't know what I can say to him.
I'm gonna hit him on the gram because I haven't seen him on the gram. So I'm gonna hit him up and see how he doing and shit like that. See if we can send some flowers or something.
Yeah. And yeah, tell him we honored his wife and his family in the shop. Maybe that'll give him a 0.5% smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so
look at here, family. Look at here, family.
Yeah. Look at here, family. Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Awesome week. We've had an awesome week this week. Hey, He may be on to something. He may not be fighting Keith Thurman. He may be fighting
No,
Tony Harris.
He fighting Keith Thurman. It's confirmed like a Don King perm.
It's confirmed like a Don King perm. We'll see. He fighting at 54. I knew he was fighting at 54. I knew that was the play. I told you guys that 3 months ago. You crazy. I told you he's fighting at 54.
Yeah, he said he said I'll get back to 147, but I damn sure ain't been doing 2 more times.
Mm-hmm. Damn, man. See, these fighters don't know what generational fights do for their career. It makes them immortal. But both of them will regret it when they get my age. Man, you go into boxing immortality, like I'm trying to think like Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I mean? Tommy Hearns, in boxing immortality. Like you'll forever link to boxing. Man, when you give the fans the greatest fight of the era, man, you're Evander Holyfield, boxing immortality. Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston. Every generation of boxing fans will know who Sonny Liston is. Yeah. They'll regret it if they don't fight. Yeah, man, you can't play with God's timing either. But we'll see. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, Freddie.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Champion Heart, man. Rest in peace to Deacon 305 and his family. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.